Hello, friends, and I hope you guys are having a good time at our Tula Time Out so far. My name is Teresa Stone. I am one of the brand leaders here on Harmony Ears, and I'm super excited to be chatting with you today about goal setting. So, the first thing I'm going to do is talk to you about SMART goals, and then I am going to actually show you a potential goal planner setup and show you how you can use this to set your business goals or personal goals, and really just give you some detail on a goals planner. Because listen, we're getting kind of close to the end of the year, beginning of a new year, and that's the best time to set goals. Or it certainly is maybe the more common time. I mean, it's always good to set goals and reevaluate them. But I want to chat with you first about SMART goals. So, most of you guys have probably heard this acronym, right? So, we are going to go through what it means to have a SMART goal. So, the first thing, right, what does the S stand for? You know it. So, go ahead and write it down, right? If you have your notes insert, right? We are being specific, right? You want detail in your goal. You don't want to make it so ambiguous that sure you made it, or how do you know if you got there, right? So you want to be very specific. So the sample goal that I am going to kind of work through with you today is, put my notes where I can see them. I will post in my VIP group 5 out of 7 days each week this month. Okay, so the first part of being specific is I will post in my VIP group. It's very clear what my goal is to be posting in my group. It's to be consistent, right? So that is very clear and very specific as to what the goal is. All right, so what is the M? I know you know it, right? You have to be able to measure it. So measurable. Y'all, I shouldn't have done this live. Measurable, right? And listen, y'all, I'm using my post-it notes. And last I checked, these were still in the office, but they might not be anymore. All right, so we are specific and we are measurable, right? So how did I make my goal measurable, right? 5 out of 7 days of the week, right? Right, 5 out of 7 days. So it is measurable. You will be able to track, and that's actually one of the inserts I'm going to show you, is you're going to be able to track if you did or not 5 out of the 7 days. You're going to know if you hit that goal or not. So it is measurable. All right, the next one is attainable. I didn't say I was going to post in there 7 days a week. Attainable. It needs to be something you're actually going to be able to do. Maybe right now you are already posting in your group maybe once a week, twice a week, but you want to do more, right? So it's not necessarily attainable to say, I'm going to post every day. Listen, life happens. I don't post in my group every day. I do schedule quite a bit of my posts, but I don't necessarily post in my VIP group every single day. All right. So the goal was 5 out of 7. That is absolutely attainable. And it still makes space for your family, right? With that work-life balance, it still makes space for all of that. So the attainable. All right. The next one is relevant, right? You need it to be relevant. What does me posting in my VIP group do for me? That builds that relationship with my customers. It builds that consistency. They are going to know me. They're going to see that I am in it with them. I'm doing this crazy chaotic life with them and helping them do it better. So I'm building that trust with my community, which is going to ultimately lead to sales, which of course is my bigger goal. But this is just one of those small steps, small habits that is to the bigger goal, right? So this was just an example. So obviously you're going to have a sales goal too. I just did this with a tiny leg, right? And we're going to talk through some of that, how you have a big goal and then some small goals. So it is absolutely relevant to my overall big arching goal of growing my business, which has to mean making sales, also recruiting, sponsoring. If people are seeing me being consistent, they're seeing me make it look easy, even though, listen, y'all, we all know it takes work. Don't make it look super, super easy, but you have to show them that you can do this too, right? And so by posting in my group regularly, they're going to see that, yeah, she can be consistent and still do all this stuff. Okay, maybe I can do this, right? So it's going to, again, all of it feeds into that bigger goal for me. All right. So that was the R, is relevant. And the last one is timely, right? all month long, 4 weeks out of the month, right? I'm going to post 5 out of 7 days every week this month. It's timely. I know how to bucket that. I have a beginning and an end, right? So I can measure it, and it's in a timely fashion. So it's not like, oh, whenever. Well, that's not your, I want to make $30,000. Okay, well, in a week, in a month, in a year, in a decade, I mean, you have to have a time on it. Okay. So make sure that when you are setting your goals, that they are SMART, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. All right. So I'll be right back with you to show you a planner setup for your goal setting.